Arsenal have apparently joined the fight for Ekitike as Liverpool and Chelsea monitor the Frankfurt striker. Mark Guehi's price has been set. Will Liverpool make a move or will they wait and see what happens? And also a striker outside the box, literally and figuratively, as Nicholas Jackson is linked with a move to Liverpool as a potential Isak alternative. People, it's Monday. You know what that means. It's me. It's Callum. It's the morning meetup show. Let's get into it.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Sorry. Big up, Ash. Sorry, Nicholas Jackson. I'd rather Janet or Tito. I'm guessing Janet and Tito for two very different reasons, but I won't dive into that one. Pause. But I mean, I'm guessing so. But yeah, I mean, if it's for the same reason, Ash, do your thing, brother. Who am I to judge in 2025? Scants, the remedies haven't worked. I'm just really doped up on bare hay fever stuff today. So if I pass out on camera, we will know what it is. Big up to each and every one of you. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. We are back, people. We are back, and we have some stuff to discuss. First and foremost, going to start with Mark Guehi. What I will say though, guys, after this show, make sure you head over to Eagle Eye Football. I chopped up with Rich last night on his channel, speaking about Mark Guehi and potential alternatives, etc., and just how Palace fans view him, how we view him, the fact that Palace have a hearing today regarding their European status and how that could potentially affect the deal in a positive or negative way. So do check that out. Where should we start with this? Mark Guehi. Rumors came out about 2 weeks ago that we linked with him, and bro, I got it. 120 mil. I got the Alivia. I got it. I'm taking Alivia, Loratadine, Citrazine, and nasal spray. I'm on everything. Everything. The hearing's been postponed. Scant, when did this happen? I literally was just speaking to my neighbor about it. That's why I'm slightly late, because my neighbor's a Palace fan and I was speaking to him about it. So it's been just postponed. Oh, then let me call Rich. I'll call Rich now, actually, see if he's about. Let's quickly speak to him. Little impromptu. Where's Rich? We call Rich. Rich ain't gonna pick up, is he? Sod's law. Yes, he is. Okay, real quick, bruv. Has the hearing been postponed?
It's been just delayed again.
When to?
They're waiting to hear what happens with Leon and their relegation. I knew this would happen.
Bloody hell.
Basically,
you're live on Kopish, by the way. You're live on Kopish, by the way.
Oh, it's not. Basically, UEFA are pretty much, they don't want a legal battle. So say if we won and we're in the Europa League, then Nottingham Forest might complain. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If we lost, then we will complain and go to that. That's what they're trying to avoid. So now, because of this Leon relegation things come out the woodworks,
yeah.
If the French Federation uphold the relegation and Leon are relegated, they will use that as a means to kick Leon out.
Oh,
and we will get Europa League.
I get you.
It's a joke because it's holding up our transfer window.
Yeah.
It's smashing up our targets. Yeah, it's all mad. But yeah, I'm going to run out to assembly.
Big up, bro. Big up. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, cool.
Take care. There you have it, people. From a Crystal Palace fan, big up to Eagle Eye Football, big up to Rich. So, the Crystal Palace hearing has been delayed. As he explained, it's been delayed because they're waiting to see the status of the Lyon situation. If Lyon are to be relegated and that is to be upheld, then Palace and Forest will be in. If it isn't upheld, Lyon will be in the Europa, and then obviously there'll be a decision to be made there. Why I'm speaking about this, though, is because I think it does affect the Mark Guehi deal, potentially. Now, it seems as though we definitely want him it seems as though he wants to come to Liverpool as well. However, Palace are playing hardball as you'd expect them to. I don't think that they're doing anything wrong. They're trying to hold out for as much money as possible, and they're doing what we would do as a club if we were looking to sell a player. That being said, their bargaining power is quite strong at the moment with European football, because they can turn around and say, look, we can offer European football. Yes, it's not Champions League. Yes, we're not going to win the league, but we can offer some form of European football. If they lose this and they aren't in the Europa League, then we could potentially go back to the table and say, well, look, we're not going to give you this amount. We're going to give you this amount because you have nothing to offer Mark Guehi that we can't. Now, the current price set at the moment is around £40 million. Now, I think Liverpool want to do a deal around 30 to 35, given that he's got a year left on his contract. I think Palace want between 45 and 50. And £40 million seems like the sweet spot. It seems like meeting in the middle. However, with this decision being delayed, I wouldn't be surprised if we wait out a little bit and see what's happening. Now, Mark Guehi's also come out and said he's not going to force a move. He will play out the contract if he has to. He has great respect for Crystal Palace. They obviously took him from Chelsea. I've given him a platform. He's their captain, FA Cup winner, and potentially could be the first captain to lead them into the Europa League as well. That being said, when teams like Liverpool come calling, it's very difficult to say no. However, on the flip side, though, he's very adamant about the amount of playing time he's going to get. And this has thrown up a few rumours in people thinking Liverpool might switch to a back three, especially with Frimpong coming in. Liverpool could potentially use Mark Guehi to replace Konate if Konate is sold this summer, which I don't think will happen. In all eventuality, I believe we will get the player. I think this saga will be dragged out a couple more weeks, personally. I think we go 35 plus 5 in add-ons. I think Palace do accept eventually. And I also think that we keep Ibu this summer. The question is, do we add another centre-back after that? Does Joe Gomez stay? I think we get... So, the long and short of it, I think we get Guehi, but I think we have to wait a few weeks. I think we have to wait for things to settle down with Crystal Palace and this hearing, and then we can attack the transfer. In the meantime, I don't know if that means we'll put that on the back burner. Maybe we'll chase other targets. I don't know, but I do think we get Guehi between now and the end of the window. And I think we keep Konate. And I think we pay 35 plus 5 in add-ons. So we'd love to know what you guys think. Shout out to John for your super chat. Big up, Cal. How are you? I am not too bad, thank you, brother. I'm not too bad. A little tired, not getting much sleep because of this heat and my hay fever and the little ones being up and down. But I've got health and I can't complain beyond that. God is blessing me. Moving on to the next topic, should I say, and that is the fight for Ekitike. So I just want to play you an extract quickly. If this gets copyrighted, then I'm truly done with YouTube and their policies because I don't know anymore what could be done. That's not what I want to play. That would get copyrighted. Not Paul Lintz either. So I'm going to play this for you guys and going to chop it up afterwards. So you guys should be able to hear and see this. I'll just double check. All right. Let's get into it.
It is true. Eintracht Frankfurt continued to insist on a transfer fee of 100 million euro for Hugo Ekitike. Manchester United, Liverpool, and Chelsea are interested in the striker. There was no talks with Liverpool at the moment. They first have to sell David Nunez. There were talks with Manchester United for Hugo Ekitike and no talks with Chelsea at the moment. 3 Premier League clubs have him on the list, but Eintracht Frankfurt will just sell him for 100 million euro.
That comes from a Court Offside via CF Bayern on Twitter. Where do we start with this one? Firstly, Tyler, big up yourself, brother. Apple Juice Fund, big up yourself. I am on the water and the Lucozade today. I'm going to try and go for a little run today, which is a bit crazy in this heat, but I've got to do what I've got to do to shed some weight. Big up yourself again, Tyler, plus add-ons. Big up yourself. Shout out to Alex George, our adopted Arsenal fan here. He ain't worth that. I'm going to start with that price tag. Look, I think Hugo Ekitike is a good player. I think he'll go on to have a good career. 100 million euros is insane. To put that in context, 100 euros. So 100 million euros in pounds is around 86 million pounds. We've been here before, haven't we, guys? I mean, we did this a couple of years ago, right? One good season, 100 million euros. 3 years later, trying to sell the player, can't sell the player. Do we really want to go through that again? And again, I'm not going to tar every striker with the Nunes brush. I think Ekitike's got better fundamentals than Darwin. I think he could actually be a better player than Darwin. But at least Darwin showed for a year that he could bag goals for fun. Ekitike hasn't even done that yet. And there's an argument to say that without Mamouche, he didn't really kick on last season. There is no way, in my opinion, we're paying 100 million for Ekitike. Now, CF Bayern also speaks about Chelsea. They've just signed João Pedro and Liam Delap, and they have Nicholas Jackson, who I'll speak about shortly. If you're Ekitike, surely you're not looking at Chelsea thinking, yeah, I'll go there. They already have 3 strikers. I know João Pedro can play in the 10, but they have 3 strikers. Why on earth would you go to Chelsea right now? What sense would that make? Not just to mention that. Man United. Again, if you're Ekitike, do you go to Man United? I mean, Mbeumo looks like he's signing. Cunha's already signed, but they still haven't sorted out midfield, still haven't sorted out defense. Like, would you go there? Liverpool would be the option for Ekitike. However, I don't know if Ekitike is the option for us. For that price, you can get Gyökeres. For that price, you can get Victor Osimhen. For a bit more, if prices and rumors are to be believed, like you can get Isak. Eintracht Frankfurt are really going to put themselves in a sticky situation. Now, granted, if and when we get Isak, I'm saying when because I still believe it could happen, maybe Newcastle move for Ekitike. Maybe that could be the move. But Chelsea, that doesn't make any sense for Ekitike or for Chelsea. Unless they're going to loan out one of the strikers. But even still, 3 strikers. We don't even... I mean, I don't know what's going on at Chelsea, man. I just don't know. I'm going to try and speak to Carefree Lewis, see if I can get him on the channel to try and make sense of it all, because I don't get how Chelsea is still playing this underdog tag when they spent over £2 billion. Chelsea celebrated getting Champions League football at the end of the season after spending £2 billion. That's a failure for me. Just qualifying on the last day for Champions League after spending £2 billion is a failure. A really big failure. And they were celebrating it. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. But yeah, I know Ekitike is not someone that everyone favors. I personally don't want Ekitike. He'd be like maybe my 5th choice if I was to go for different strikers. Obviously, Isak number 1. Maybe Gyökeres number 2. No, sorry, Osimhen number 2. Gyökeres number 3. I'd even try and maybe move for Retegui before Ekitike. Maybe Ekitike is number 5. I don't think we move for him. If we move for Ekitike in this window, I think it's because we've not got the targets we want. Like, to me, it wouldn't make too much sense. I'm guessing you mean Matisse here, Bonkers. Do you know, I will actually speak to Matisse. That's a good shout. If Lewis isn't able to do it, I'll speak to Matisse, actually. Himothy. No, I get negotiating. 100% I get that this negotiation, they start high and then lower the price. But, I mean, the negotiations have to be realistic as well, though, right? They have to be realistic. And I'll be honest, I don't think Liverpool would want to go above 50 mil for Ekitike. 60 at a push. Like, he's not proven enough yet for him to be going for those sort of prices. And it wouldn't make sense. There's other strikers out there we could go for who are more proven, not that much older than him, and give you a better chance of winning now. Now, there's a very good possibility that Ekitike comes to Liverpool and he does kick on. He's got Wirtz playing in the 10 behind him. You'd have Gakpo or Diaz to the left potentially. You'd have Salah to the right. You've got McAllister in there as well. You've got Frimpong. You've got Kirkes. You've got Virgil with the diagonals. There's a very high chance he could come to Liverpool and he could kick on, and we're all sitting there going, what a bargain. We paid 60 mil for Ekitike and he's one of the best strikers in the world now. I just don't look at him and see that, though. I don't think he's got that coolness and that calmness in front of goal. I think he's still erratic in his play. I think he still runs around a little bit like a headless chicken. However, I'm comparing him to some of the best strikers in the world, but I think that's the level we're at, right? Surely that's the level we're at, people. We're at the level where we're trying to buy the best strikers in the world. Like, I'm looking at your likes of your Isaks, your Osmans, like, surely, even shout out to where are you? Shout out to Evlavs. Like, even again, I can't pronounce his name. I need to speak to John in a second. But the Leon striker, even him, I look at him and I think he's more composed in front of goal, and he could be way cheaper. I'll see, man. We will see. I don't know. I'm just not convinced by Ekitike like that. As again, I don't think he's a rubbish player. I don't think he's a scrub. Nothing of the sort. I just don't think. Yes, this is. Shout out to Mafalu. Shout out to Mafalu. This is the player. Again, Mafalu, we can't obviously speak through the screen, but I don't know how to pronounce that, bro. I don't know how to pronounce that. Not Jonathan David Troy. I don't want to get rushed by everyone. Not Jonathan David. Anytime I mention Jonathan David, everyone, Matt and Drift look at me like they're going to rush me. You lot in the chat say horrible things about me. I ain't going to speak about Jonathan David again. It's rough. It's rough. Again, I'd be interested to see where he ends up because he's on a free and still no one purchased him. Mikataudze. Is that correct? Mikataudze. Mikataudze. Zai. Mikatadze. Mikatadze. Shanti, big up yourself. Big up to everyone. So it's Mikatadze. 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 That sound like I'm flipping on Rosetta Stone or Duolingo, innit? Trent would know about that. Mikatadze. Mikatadze. Fairs. Yeah, I think he's more composed in front of goal. Oh, hold on. They got Ensis key stage 1. It feels like it. I can't lie. It does feel like it. What has Di Marzio said about Isak? Let's have a look. This should be interesting. Di Marzio. I ain't seen nothing about Isak. Are you lot having me on here? Where is Isak? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Are you lying to me, chat? Definitely a lie. Liam says I sound like E.T. Mikataudze. Yeah, Mikataudze. Yeah, I digress again. I don't think we'll get Ekitike. I say that now, we probably end up getting him, but I don't think we will get him. As I said, I still think we get Isak. I'm starting to see in here that the price is being lowered. Newcastle went from a stance of we're not selling to, we might sell now. I think there's a chance, people. I think there's a chance. I think there's a high chance. Hold on. Anything Anfield. Once again, if you lot are lying to me, I'm not going to be happy, man. Anything Anfield. Is it anything Liverpool? Where we go. Okay. All right. Let me share this. Okay, you guys should be able to see that. Big up to yourselves, guys. You guys are legendary, man. Smash the like button, but also give yourselves a pat on the back. You guys are brilliant. Breaking. Gianluca Di Marzio with ace odds about LFC. I think LFC want Isak and Osimhen too. For Isak, it depends on Newcastle. The player talked to the coach and the club at the end of the season. He would like to leave Newcastle, but the club isn't open to that. Isak! Boy, oh boy, oh boy. If Liverpool get Isak and Osimhen, if you lot thought the last stream of works was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. If you thought I was shameless and bad and misbehaving before, woo-hoo, if we sign Isak and Osimhen, firstly, I'm going to have to apologize to man like Matt. Me and Drift are going to have to apologize to man like Matt because we ridiculed him. Second of all, we're winning everything. We are winning everything. It's going to be a crazy stream, guys. It's going to be a robe, sunglasses, and headscarf. It's going to be crazy. That's going to be an Arsenal night. That's going to be an Arsenal night. That would be insane. Big up to yourself, Uncle Rods. I'll be on Uncle Rods' channel later this afternoon around 1 p.m. So make sure you subscribe to Uncle Rods' channel and also make sure you tune in to our show at 1 p.m. on his channel. Don't do this, Troy. Troy, don't do this. Don't start nicknaming me Troy, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's crazy, by the way. That's crazy. I'm more of a coconut oil man still. Just saying. But yeah, let me know, people. Do you want us to sign Ekitike or not? And do you think we will sign Ekitike? Let me know your thoughts. Alex, you might as well type this into AFTV or Troops or one of the Arsenal channels, bro. That doesn't apply to me. Alex, you know that doesn't apply to us. Like, we've been winning stuff for a while now, bro. Like, we've offered to, adopt you here, but you keep on saying no, bro. So, Alex, we win stuff over here, bro. Premier League champions and that. We win stuff over here, bro. What phase you in, bro? What phase you in? Alex, talk to me. What phase you in, bro? What phase you in? Huh? What phase you in, Alex? Hey, because Liverpool, we're still in phase 1, but we're collecting trophies along the way. Looking good, baby. Do you know what, Alex? This for you, bro.
I want to dance. Let me show you how. It took years to learn how to do that. How do you like me now? How do you like me now?
Does this mic work? Well then, fuck that mic! Hey yo, what the fuck?
My first language is Patois. I make them know say what a Jamaican you talk to. A Jamaican you look on. Remember say me tell you. Me not deal with no foolishness, dreadless. Me not deal with no foolishness. So sit down and ski where you're there. You're rank. So go ahead, dirty boy. When you're ready, me there. Me not gonna wear dreadlocks. Me not gonna wear.
That is one big pile of shit.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Alex. Alex, bro, we've offered to help, bro. We've offered to help. All we can do is take the deer to water. We can't force the deer to drink, bro. If you want to stick and be an Arsenal fan and continue with your lack of success, the pain, the anguish, the heartache, then you do your thing, bro. You're a stronger man than I am. You're a stronger man than I am. Because that is not a two-way relationship, in my opinion. But anyway, Arsenal are dropping new gear and new drip and all that. So come on. Alex. You do make me laugh, my bro. Big up. Next year, Alex. Yeah, nah, not next year either, bro. It might be a little while, brother. It might be a little while. As I was saying, back to the schedule now. This one has come out of nowhere. Like, literally, can't believe I'm even going to read this out. I pray to God that this isn't true. But Anfield Index have come out with an article saying that should the deal for Isak fall through, Liverpool's striker pivot could be Nicholas Jackson. Ugh. I don't know about this one. I spoke about Ekitike. I don't know about this one. Let's look at Nicholas Jackson's stats first. Let's be fair to him and let's look at his stats first. So this season for Chelsea, he's played 30 games in the league, scored 10 goals, got 5 assists, 7 yellow cards, 1 red card. So we got more yellows than assists last season. He's almost got a CA. So I call that a card appreciation of 8, and he's got 15 GA. So I mean, last season he played 35 games, got 14 goals, 5 assists, got 10 yellow cards, and he'll be going to AFCON. He is 24 years old now. I say this with the greatest of respect. This better be a lie. I think it's a lie. It needs to be a lie. It better be a lie. It better be a lie. I can't see a world where we get Nicholas Jackson. However, Chelsea will probably sell him, given that they've just bought João Pedro and Liam Delap. And I'll be honest, that Liam Delap deal is looking more and more like a good deal as we go through this window. Liam Delap to replace Jota and Nunes and then bring in like an Isak would have been absolutely perfect. That being said, he's gone to Chelsea already, and now we've been linked to Nicholas Jackson. I'm just going to put this down to the agent trying to play silly buggers and trying to get some more money for his client. And no one at Liverpool monitoring Nicholas Jackson. And no one at Liverpool say, let's go and get Nicholas Jackson. If they are, then I need serious questions to be asked. And I need heads to roll. We ain't getting Nicholas Jackson. He's not good enough for Chelsea. He's not good enough for us. Respectfully. If it ain't Michael Jackson, if it ain't Janet Jackson, hell, if it ain't Joe Jackson, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. There is no way we're signing Nicholas Jackson. I don't know who came up with this article, who thought of it. No. Come on. Big up Kojo in the building. Kojo, I'm not going to lie. You're starting a bit of a storm on your Instagram this morning, bro. I've seen all the little questions you're asking to the people about relationships and what type of man and woman they'll go for. You're starting a bit of a stir. I can't lie. I'm not going to respond because obviously my wife follows you on Instagram and I don't need that smoke. But yeah, man, you keep on stirring the pot, bro. People are really starting to show their true colors out there, Kojo. They really are. But big up yourself, bro. Hope you and the family are well. Yeah, as I was saying, Nicholas Jackson. What other Jacksons out there, people? Robbie Jackson. We ain't getting Nicholas Jackson, man. I bet everything or not, it's not getting Nicholas Jackson. We ain't doing that. If we get Nicholas Jackson, he'll be a backup at best. But why leave Chelsea when you're on a 17-year contract, probably making silly money, and to come to Liverpool when you're not going to get a 17-year contract or get silly money? We ain't getting Nicholas Jackson. It just ain't happening, people. But look, people, I'm going to wrap up there. As I said, I'm going to be live on Uncle Rod's channel at 1 p.m. Then we've got our Monday night live show. Then I'll have a short MMA show. And then we'll be live on Big Six Bants with Mons, Dean from Fam Zone, and also Kojo as well. Bunnet, we'll even take Jermaine Jackson, Samuel Jackson as well. We will. So yeah, people, enough love to you all. Smash that like button if you haven't already. It's Monday. The sun is shining in the UK. It is hot. I'm losing weight just sitting here. So I'm going to go for a little run potentially, shed a few more pounds, sweat out some of that apple juice, and then you'll see me later at 1 p.m., then around 9 p.m., then around 11 p.m. on my channel, and then around midnight on Monty's channel. It's a busy day, people, but this is work and this is what we love to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Until we see you again. Curtis Jackson's another one. We'll take 50 Cent as well. Until we see you again, stay safe, stay blessed, not black. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish out, people. Take care.